Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, being Sunday, the 12th of July 2026, I would like to welcome you once more to our channel where we engage with, bring to the fore, and open for, for debate, interaction with, dissection, exploration, and even developing deeper and perhaps unconventional understanding of contemporary socio-economic issues and possible and possible solutions and ideas in the context of innovation and its impact on the development and lives of African people, of the people in our continent. Let me remind you once more to always to subscribe to the channel, participate and contribute on the topics and raised and discussed, and also on the manner in which that is presented, and also, invite as many people who are active in the internet world, as many as you possibly can, to be part of this journey and endeavor, which in my view I believe is very, very critical, particularly because it comes with an angle, tackles issues in an angle that I believe hasn't been adequately, at least publicly, adequately explored to the extent that it deserves to in our country and in our continent. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I should talk to an issue that I believe is at the core of all of most of the, or if not all of the challenges, socio-economic and developmental challenges that we face as a country, South Africa, and as a continent of Africa. And it has to do with how the modern world economic system, or the modern world model, has developed to where it is today over many centuries, and what has been happening in the continent of Africa, particularly during the last, in my view, during the last few centuries, 3 centuries, and more profoundly, the last two. And that has to do with how things developed to be where we are today, and the implications thereof, and how that explains many of the challenges that we face, and realities that we face today, but we haven't been open and brave enough as a people to confront them directly and fiercely. Because like any other problem in life, unless and until you acknowledge it and face its reality, you really have no hope of coming up with solution of any kind. In the same, and that is the reality that over the last century we haven't really been able to come with solutions, lasting solutions that to problems that we face and that are the benefit of our people. Hence, the challenges that we face today, which I've argued many times before and I continue to do so, that they are mere symptoms and consequences of some of this fundamental failure. The challenges that we face today, the issues of crisis on immigration, economic activities, economic opportunities at individual, societal, enterprise, organizational levels, at all sorts of levels, all sorts of issues and crises and apparent conflicts and rivalries and so on that we see in South Africa and the rest of the continent. They are mere symptoms and consequences of real and fundamental problems which we haven't been able to deal with as a people of Africa. And I'd like to challenge you and to challenge all of us as members of the innovation committee, as I always say, to look beyond what we see on our TV screens and other media outlets and platforms, and ask ourselves, what exactly is happening here and how did we get here? And hopefully, and only then, only after we had honestly and adequately addressed that question, will we be in a position to offer possible solutions. Hence, I said I should refer to an issue which I have in one of our earlier contributions and videos referred to. I've referred to the issue of economic systems, and I've referred to particular individuals which I hoped then and I still do that they offer insight into the understanding of the fundamental issues and problems that we face and source of the problem that we face as the people of Africa, and just to do with the development of the modern world system, which has ignored or failed to comply with the lived realities of African people and the belief systems, and the challenge for us to develop and implement across the board systems and responses and that response to realities that acknowledge, and not only acknowledge, embraces, that embrace the cultural experiences, the lived realities, and the belief systems of African people. And that is the kind of intervention that should find itself in all areas of leadership in the public and private sector domains of our society. And then all interventions at national treasury, for instance, at all economic development ministries and departments and areas should be based on the lived experience of the belief systems of African people. Only then there isn't a people anywhere in the world who have ever developed in any sustainable and tangible manner without having had to develop anything or everything from their lived reality. And in our case, our African belief system. And that is and that is the challenge that I like to pose to you. And I like to refer you, unfortunately we don't have time, I like to refer you to the extensive and insightful work of particular individuals, namely Dr. Mfuniselwa J. Pengu and Mike Muendane. I've referred to them before. This is one of Mfuniselwa J. Pengu's books and contributions on this topic of relying on and embracing African belief system in the development of solutions to all of our challenges and problems as a country and a continent and society. For all those things to be based on African people's lived realities and experiences drawn over many years and relevant today as they were 500 years ago. Only then will we stand any chance of resolving the many socio-economic challenges that we face. And I'd like to invite you as members of the Innovation Committee to engage with the challenges that we face, the challenges of unemployment, the challenges of underdevelopment, the challenges of even petty but fundamental fights on or over limited economic opportunities manifesting themselves in a variety of ways. All of those, I'd like us to condense them into what they really are about. If we are to make any mark or any progress in resolving all those challenges. That is my contribution tonight, and I'd like us to continue with this topic again, to look at the economic system that is informed and policy development that are informed by belief systems of African people, and squarely and unapologetically so. We're running out of time again, but yeah, that's the message that I like to put before all of us as members of the innovation community. And I'd like us to proceed with this topic again next week and in the weeks to come. And as I always say in this channel, Utemba, Ngwagamataba, I thank you for your time. Till we meet again next week. Bye-bye.